All right, so I own over $50,000 of De.Fi tokens, right around 2 million tokens. And recently they've had a lot of major developments take place because they've been teasing for a while that they're going to have a major listing take place in the next couple of days. And if you go ahead and look over on their X, it says new centralized exchange listing taking place on February 7th, 2025. So it's going to happen in less than 24 hours. And the cool thing about this project is that it's already backed by some of the biggest names in the crypto space like Binance and Coinbase. But interestingly enough is that it's not listed on either of these platforms yet. So I'm expecting that we very well could see it listed on Coinbase or on Binance and on some other major exchanges, because if we're looking over on CoinMarketCap right now, we could see that De.Fi is currently on a number of exchanges. Like me personally, I have it over on MEXC, but if you scroll down to the market section, you can see that it's available on Bybit, BitGet, KuCoin, MEXC, Gate.io, CoinX, a few others. And so they already have these major listings with Bybit, KuCoin, and MEXC, as well as Gate.io. So I really think the next natural step is to see it listed on some other major tier 1 exchanges, either a Binance or a Coinbase. It's not guaranteed, but it just seems very likely that we would see one of those listings, considering that they are backed by Binance, Coinbase, and many of the top names in the space. So if you're looking at it, that's why I personally own right around 2 million tokens, currently worth right around $50,000. And I plan on seeing what happens with this listing and what's going to play out with it, because if it is a Binance listing or a Coinbase listing, this project could easily reach all-time record highs and go to prices that we haven't seen in a very long time. Like the other week, it did rally up to around 7 cents per token, but if you scroll back, this project has been as high as over 25 cents per token, and I think it's very likely that we could see the same thing happen if we have those major listings, because with De.Fi, the cool thing about the project is that it has real utility. Most projects now are just launching meme tokens, they're talking about building utility, but De.Fi has real utility already built in. If you look at the project, they have millions and millions of transactions that have taken place in their ecosystem. You can see with their scanner tool, it says that they have 3.6 million total contracts have been scanned using their scanner tool. 63.8 million total issues found, 2 million risk tokens detected, and like right over 80 billion exploits in crypto that you could see right here. So you could just see that this is something that is extremely simple and easy, because this is one of their tools where you can just search a project name, search a contract address, and see if there's any vulnerabilities with the smart contract. So for example, you could see one of the most scanned tokens is like Toshi. If you go ahead and look at that, you can see that for Toshi, you can see all the details of it. You can see that they have a high risk for transfer fee because a fee has been discovered within the contract, but it says transfer limit, whitelisting, there's a dump risk, it says a private wallet owns a significant percentage of this token supply. Whitelisting, it says detected whitelisting feature enables unique users to bypass restrictions. So you can see that every single token in the crypto space, you can simply search it, see if there's any issues, see what the De.Fi score is, which is just basically like a confidence and safety score, and you can see all the specific details of the smart contract. So you could also see like holders, top 10 token holders. So this is something that is really useful if you're investing a lot in crypto, because you could see just everything about a token directly from De.Fi in their tool. Also, they have this shield feature, which we've talked about before. You can see all the details with a wallet that you either can search or one that you have connected. You can see if your wallet has high risk, medium risk, low risk, and if there is a high risk on a wallet, for example, you could just go ahead and revoke access to all of the high risk contracts and approvals, and it secures your wallet. So ultimately, there's really a lot to like in De.Fi, because they're having a lot of real utility already with their project, which most projects simply don't have. If you're looking at what's going on with actual utility, they have real utility, and then recently they've just been announcing and teasing all of these big listings. They say they have this new centralized exchange listing taking place. On top of this, they also, they posted about this just the other week, they bought back over $1 million of De.Fi token. They partnered with Bybit and KuCoin. They released their AI agent score, and you can see that they've done all of these things. More recently, on top of buying back $1 million, They also sold their 50,000th copy of their book. The Wall Street Era is over. It was published in 2020. You could see that they've committed to buying back even more tokens. In January, they bought back $1 million, but they said the team decided to buy back 25% of the current market cap of around $10 million by the end of 2025. So they're planning on buying back $2.5 million and have committed to this by the end of the year. On top of this, we could see that for this tweet right here, they said they'd be buying back $25 of De.Fi tokens for every retweet. Right now, there's 15,000 retweets. That's well over a couple $100,000. They've launched on a new chain. They launched on Base, and they've made it more accessible to people on other chains. And so we've just seen that this project has been making milestone after milestone, has been announcing burning. They've also announced buybacks. They've been doing everything to really help the project grow long term. And if you just couple this with this major listing that they've been talking about and they've been planning, it seems very likely that we're going to see a big exchange listing, because I wouldn't have expected a project like this with over 300,000 followers to be talking about exchange listing, to be promoting it, to be really excited about it, but it not be a big one, because they already have a lot of big exchanges. They have Bybit, they have BitGet, they have KuCoin, MEXC, like they have those big ones. So it seems just very likely that we're going to see a major listing on one of the top tier exchanges, whether that's going to be Coinbase or Binance. Maybe it seems like very likely it could be, but even if it's on OKX, they're also, if you look at their backers, they have OKX and 21 shares. Like any one of those exchanges would be a massive liquidity boost for the project, and I think it's very possible that we could see it break through those highs that we saw just the other week of over 7 cents per token. And if it is Binance, then it really opens up the door to prices that we really haven't seen since the token launched around a year ago. So right now I do own right around 2 million tokens worth around $50,000 or so, and I'll keep you guys updated as to what is going to happen with the project.